Welcome to our series, Questions and Answers for a World in Crisis. Meditation, Part 3. From the Mother. When you sit in meditation, you must be as candid and simple as a child, not interfering by your external mind, expecting nothing, insisting on nothing. Once this condition is there, all the rest depends upon the aspiration deep within you. And if you call upon divinity, then too you will have the answer. Each meditation ought to be a new revelation, for in each meditation something new happens. Even if you are not apparently successful in your meditation, it is better to persist and to be more obstinate than the opposition of your lower nature. The increase of time given to meditation is not very useful unless the urge for meditation comes spontaneously from inside and not from any arbitrary decision of the mind. My help, my love and blessings are always with you. To keep constantly a concentrated and ingathered attitude is more important than having fixed hours of meditation. Question to Mother. Sweet Mother, what does Sri Aurobindo mean by a self-dynamizing meditation? Mother, it is a meditation that has the power of transforming your being. It is a meditation which makes you progress, as opposed to static meditation, which is immobile and relatively inert, and which changes nothing in your consciousness or in your way of being. A dynamic meditation is a meditation of transformation. Generally, people don't have a dynamic meditation. When they enter into meditation, or at least what they call meditation, they enter into a kind of immobility where nothing stirs, and they come out of it exactly as they went in, without any change either in their being or in their consciousness. And the more motionless it is, the happier they are. They could meditate in this way for eternities. It would never change anything, either in the universe or in themselves. That is why Sri Aurobindo speaks of a dynamic meditation, which is exactly the very opposite. It is a transforming meditation. I think the most important thing is to know why one meditates. This is what gives the quality of the meditation and makes it of one order or another. I think everyone has his own mode of meditation. But if one wants the meditation to be dynamic, one must have an aspiration for progress, and the meditation must be done to help and fulfill this aspiration for progress. Then it becomes dynamic. Before the meditation this evening, I'm going to say a few words to you, because several people have asked me the difference between a collective meditation and an individual meditation. Individual meditation. I have already explained to you many times the different kinds of meditation that are possible, and I won't begin to speak to you about that again. But collective meditations have been practiced in all ages for different reasons, in different ways, and with different motives. What may be called a collective meditation is a group of people who gather together for a definite purpose. For example, in all ages, it has been a practice to gather for prayers. Naturally, in the churches, it is a sort of collective meditation. But even outside the churches, some people have organized collective meditations for group prayer. In all initiatory groups, in all the spiritual schools of ancient times, group meditation was always practiced. And in that case, the motive was quite different. They assembled for a collective progress, to open together to a force, a light, an influence, and this is more or less what we want to try to do. The number of hours spent in meditation is no proof of spiritual progress. It is a proof of your progress when you no longer have to make an effort to meditate. Then you have rather to make an effort to stop meditating. It becomes difficult to stop meditation, difficult to stop thinking of the divine, difficult to come down to the ordinary consciousness. Then you are sure of progress. Then you have made real progress. When concentration in the divine is the necessity of your life, when you cannot do without it, when it continues naturally from morning to night, whatever you may be engaged in doing, whether you sit down to meditation or go about and do things and work, what is required of you is consciousness. That is the one need, to be constantly conscious of the divine. Mother answers another point. She says, that may be, but a discipline in itself is not what we are seeking. What we are seeking is to be concentrated on the divine in all that we do, at all times, in all our acts, and in every movement. There are some here who have been told to meditate, but also there are others who have not been asked to do any meditation at all. But it must not be thought that they are not progressing. They too follow a discipline, but it is of another nature. To work, to act with devotion and an inner consecration is also a spiritual discipline. The final aim is to be in constant union with the divine, not only in meditation, but in all circumstances and in all the active life. There are some who, when they are sitting in meditation, get into a state which they think very fine and delightful. They sit self-complacent in it, and forget the world. But if they are disturbed, they come out of it angry and restless because their meditation was interrupted. This is not a sign of spiritual progress or discipline. There are some people who act and seem to feel as if their meditation were a debt they have to pay to the divine. They are like men who go to church once a week and think they have paid what they owe to God. If you need to make an effort to go into meditation, you are still very far from being able to live the spiritual life. When it takes an effort to come out of it, then indeed your meditation can be an indication that you are in the spiritual life. If you have the capacity to concentrate, your meditation will be more interesting and easier. But one can meditate without concentrating. Many follow a chain of ideas in their meditation. It is meditation, not concentration.